Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Persona 5 Strikers. In the last episode, we took down the frozen Empress of Gluttony and ended her reign of terror over the city of Sapporo, once and for all, but with another monarch marked off our list of targets, as well as finding out that the monarchs may not even be controlling their own distorted realms at all. It's finally time we start looking into Medice, producers of the Emma app, that's been seemingly the catalyst in creating all the prisons we've seen up till now, and thankfully with some digging around, our new friend Ichinose found a place in Okinawa that might have all the information we might need on what's really going on behind closed doors when it comes to Medice and their peculiar meta-nav-like app. So, with that being said, we're finally done with the town of Sapporo. So, although it is sad to leave this place, honestly, we have a new adventure on our hands. But we're going to be going into Kyoto apparently next. But we don't know how long we're going to actually stay there. We don't even know if we're going to be there long. But for some reason, Zenkichi really wants to go there. And I guess we'll find out why soon. But I feel like it's more than what he really told us, because it seemed like whoever he was talking to was mad at him. And other than that, yeah, no clue. But before we leave, I did say we would talk to everybody like we always do, since we didn't get to do this in the last one because the episode was starting to run a little late. So I thought it would be better to do it in today's episode so we can have a send-off to good old Sapporo once and for all, and then, start heading out into our next adventure. So let's see how Ryuji and Yusuke are doing, and then we'll go and see how An and Makoto are, and then I think it was Haru and Futaba over by Odori Park. But let's see how Ryuji's doing.
Gramps is gonna be chiming all night, yeah. We should probably get him something to help him stay awake.
How about this one?
8 heads of sleep-slaying terror. Unstoppable Rochi, 5 milliliters.
That sounds kind of scary as it sounded, honestly.
Shit, sounds kind of dangerous.
Yeah, it does. That kind of sounds kind of scary, but it might work. Is that the only thing they have to say? I'm just kind of wondering.
Anyhow, I don't really want to go in here. Wonder if we could just order online or something.
Probably can. You never know. You can always ask. Good old... What's this guy grumbling about? He seems kind of weird. I've been a strong supporter of Mariko Hyoda from day one, but I never knew she was involved in a scandal. I feel betrayed. It's like all my strength has suddenly run out. Poor dude. I feel bad for him, honestly. He was a genuine supporter of her. Poor dude. But let's see what's going on with An Makoto. Oh, sorry. Spooks, Makoto and I tried this place earlier. Oh, and the food tasted just as amazing as it looked. We really had a great time. It had the calories to match, too. We should probably get our butts in gear and work it all off. That parfait probably had around 500 calories or so. I think an hour of running won't fix. An hour? It's worse than I thought it would be. Well, what about you, Makoto? I suppose we should say our goodbyes to Sapporo. It's too bad we couldn't stay a little bit longer. Sad nothing came out of it. I was really hoping we'd see one. Came out? What do you mean? Futaba told me that ghosts have been known to appear into the can we maybe save this conversation for later? You and your fear of ghosts. But it does fall in line with her character, since that was a small plot point when it came to Futaba, when we first met Futaba inside of Sojiro's house. So it's definitely nice to see that plot point's coming back a little bit. Well, let's see what's going on with Haru and Futaba, and then we'll make our way out of Sapporo once, and honestly for all, since we won't be able to come back here. So this is literally our goodbye to this place. Sapporo has given me some wonderful memories, which reminds me, I bought this at the general store. I was hoping you'd hold on to it for me. If I ever fall down and start crying again, I want to show you to show me this. It will remind me of all that happened here, and that people can always get back up, no matter what. Salvia charm. Okay, great accessory. And apparently something you can miss, because I think that's only something you can get right now What? How you doing, Futaba?
We'll take it out, Spooks. The detailing on this thing is unreal.
It's a wooden bear statue. Huh, interesting.
Those eyes at face, and see how it looks like it's actually moving? And I'd probably have a lot to say about that. I saw it and I just had to have it. Apparently they carved these from the trees around here. Makes sense seeing how it's solid wood. I'm more into collecting PVC figures and stuff, so I've never had too much interest in this kind of thing. So I know it, cool when I see it. Do me a favor and put this in the photography.
Okay, I'll put in the Feathermobile, since apparently that's the name of it. Since that's apparently what Futaba named it. But with that being said, we're all done with Sapporo. That's literally the last thing we could do here. I bought all the things that were exclusive to this place. I've talked to everybody every single day, so we're pretty much ready. I don't think there's literally anything else we can do here. So, let's head out into the Feathermobile, and let's prepare for our next adventure.
Alright, let's gather the hideouts.
Okay, let's get on out of here. Nothing else for us to do. So, let's go to the next city, and Zenkichi actually is in the hideout, that's cool. But where's the bear statue? Oh, it's underneath the... Oh, it's underneath the menu, though. Not a really good way to see it. If I press discuss, maybe? No. Oh, I was kind of hoping to see it. Okay, well, let's, I guess, just head out, since, honestly, there's nothing else for us to do here.
Are we heading out?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, we're out to Okinawa.
Ready? Hurry up and take a seat.
Okay, let's do it. Apparently Zenkichi's gonna drive us there too, so Makoto actually gets to take a break for a bit. Hey, I'm in the front seat too. Get to bond with Gramps for a bit.
Would you like me to drive for a while?
Don't worry about me. You just get some sleep. We've still got a long way to go.
Yeah, 21 hours he said too. And apparently it was completely right on that, which surprised Sophia. So, 21-hour drive though, that sounds like a pain.
Are you sure?
It's been a while. You sure you're okay? Well, are you sure you're gonna be okay?
You kids don't need to be worrying over an adult like that. This is nothing for me.
To be fair, you are an excellent driver. The RV tends to shake a lot more when I'm behind the wheel.
May not look like it, but I used to patrol in a squad car. Driving's second nature to me, at this point.
That's pretty cool. You drove a cop car? That's impressive, or teach me how. Yeah, can you teach me how? That'd be kinda cool. We need our license, apparently, since Joker doesn't have it. I don't have my full license, but I do have my learners, but I always wanted to finish up that, just because it's something I haven't done, because it's just, I'm kinda scared of driving, to be honest, but I really should get that finished.
Sure, once you got a license.
How tough is it, being police?
Well, it sure ain't easy. Oh, right, you're starting to become, some police bigwig, aren't you, Niijima?
Yes, but I've only just begun.
Wouldn't really recommend it myself. This job's nothing but hell. Your hours are a mess, you get transferred all over the place. Anything goes down at the scene, you get blamed.
Yeah, that comes with the reins of being a police officer. It's just something that happens.
Then that may be so, but my heart's set on it, no matter how tough it may be.
Yep, she's got her eyes set on that. Her father was a police chief after all, and it honestly makes sense that she would want to follow in his stead, since she really looked up to him. We'll have your back. You'll do great, Makoto. Don't overdo it. We'll definitely have your back, Makoto.
Thank you, Spooks.
Well, if your heart's set, then, do what you gotta do. But as your future senior, I'll share this. Harder you work, more you wind up putting the people in your life on the back burner. Criminals don't care about your schedule, tragedies don't care. You'll barely see your own home. Sit on that for a bit, then decide if the force is really right for you.
I guess that's fair.
Well, I'm already quite aware. And speaking of, don't you have any family waiting for you at home?
Yeah, do you?
Good question.
Trouble at home? Or are you divorced? Yeah, trouble at home. What's going on, bud?
Oh, kid. Just mind your own business. Let's just say, you've got to think about yourself before you can worry about anyone else.
Okay. Yes, I suppose that's true.
What's up now?
You just remind me of my father is all. He was an officer too. Unfortunately, he lost his life on duty.
Huh, I see.
He took his job a lot more seriously than you seem to, but when you boil it down, you two are actually quite similar. She kind of roasted him a little bit there, but it ended up becoming a nicer conversation after the roast part.
Huh, you shouldn't diss your father so badly compared to me. Huh. Niijima, when you were little, your old man probably wasn't home often either, was he? How'd you feel about that?
Huh? Well, in retrospect, I'm very proud. My father was an officer who acted on his beliefs, all the way to the end. He taught me that his duty was to keep people from being hurt. It may just be his influence on me, but I think becoming an officer is still an admirable path in life.
Huh. If only that were always true. Our ability to help is restrained. Shrewder and more malicious target, unless we can actually serve them justice. Held back by superiors, held back by the red tape, held back by all sorts of laws. The only thing the police do is obey orders, even when they involve total injustice, or an absence of human logic. Basically, the cops I see every day are nothing but a bunch of spineless dogs. And that includes when I'm looking in the mirror.
Jeez. So you think yourself is spineless too? Huh. Well, they sure put me through hell. Well, that's true, they did put Joker through a lot of hell. Some cops do good, though. You're a dog too, Zenkichi. Oh, they certainly did put me through some hell. Let's be honest there. They literally punched Joker's lights out. So, yeah, they did quite a bit of a number on him. Smashed him in the face with the butt of a gun. Punched him in the face while he was tied to a chair. Forced him to take truth serum. Yeah, a bunch of things happened to Joker that, you normally don't see behind, unless it was behind a closed door. We were literally tortured. So, yeah, it was pretty bad. So, poor Joker hasn't had any good experiences, and the only friend we made from the police force was Akechi, and he turned on us this first chance he got. But then, when we got a second chance with him, he ended up, completely rewriting his wrongs, and becoming a way better person than he was before, when it came to Maruki's story. So, in a way, technically he did rewrite his wrongs, so in a way Akechi technically did change a little bit of our thoughts, but he wasn't even police though. He was a detective, which he wasn't even a full detective for the most part, so he really wasn't involved with the police, even though he was still helping them, solve the case. He wasn't actually actively involved with it, because he was more like Niijima. So, definitely, although, yes, he was on the police in a way, he technically wasn't police at all. But, And also, one cool thing about Zenkichi, I never mentioned this before, but there's actually a picture that's actually official art that actually has Zenkichi and Maruki in it, which is actually pretty cool. And honestly, it's pretty cool, honestly, because it's like, you have, the Strikers character, because he's a main character of Strikers, and then you have a main character for Royal, which is, well, the main, addition to Royal, both being able to kind of meet up in a way. And I don't know where it takes place, but you actually have Zenkichi and Maruki sitting next to each other, and, well, it seems like a bus or something. But it's definitely pretty cool to have, actual official art of both the characters together, since that definitely proves that Zenkichi is still in Royal in some way, shape, or form, even though he's not, seen in the game. So, you can still see this game as a part of the Royal story, which is nice. So, definitely pretty cool, though. But, let's continue our story, though.
Huh, I've heard about him. I'm impressed you never cracked under it all. But anyways, that wasn't what I was getting at. I meant when you were just a little kid. How'd you feel about your dad really being home, Niijima?
Oh, when I was younger, I did understand that it was part of his job, but I do remember missing him still. But at least I always had my sister with me.
Huh, I see. Sorry to bother you with all that. You guys had better get to sleep already. If you run into any trouble while you're all too tired, I'm the one who'll be in some real deep shit.
Makes sense. But where are we sleeping, honestly? I thought the guys had to sleep on a tent upstairs, on top of the camper. I don't think you could sleep up there, while the car is driving. So I guess we just slept in the passenger seat. That must have not been fun.
I slept so much I even sleep's going now. What you? Mama, is anyone feeling back his heads? Although I suppose we nearly reached Kyoto. Oh, come on, Ryuji. Make us laugh.
Don't tell me to perform for you. I ain't some comedian.
We might be wrong on that one, buddy. You're very much a comedian when it comes to most of the funny things happening in the game. Ryuji's more than likely the ones that make any kind of comedic thing happen, either intentionally or non-intentionally.
Oh, shit. Not now.
I'll answer it for you. I'll take the wheel for you. Should I send it to voicemail? Should I send it to voicemail then? Since you seem like you don't want to answer it.
Wait, no. Can you just, answer for me? Sorry. Make it quick then. Just say I'm driving. Then I'll call back later.
Caller ID says that it's someone named Kane. Kane. Sounds like a girl. Well, it says girl named Kane, so I didn't read that first, but I did hear girl. So,
Hello? It's way past noon. Where are you? Don't tell me you forgot what day it is. We were supposed to visit Mom's grave together.
Oh, your father's Zenkichi? Nice to meet you. Sorry to hear that. What'd you say today was? Sorry to hear that. Yeah, sorry there.
What? Who's this? Please give him his phone back.
Sorry he's driving right now. Sorry we'll call back soon, or ... sorry he's driving right now.
Driving? Well, I guess it makes sense.
What is it? Who's calling?
Is it some kind of emergency? Why don't you just pull over, Gramps? Do I hear a bunch of girls with you? What an asshole. You're just out partying right now, aren't you?
Oh, she sounds pissed.
Yeah. Huh. Oops. Sorry, buddy. Sounds like your daughter's mad at you.
Huh.
Oh, you really are the worst. Don't bother coming home again. You don't even deserve to visit Mom's grave.
Jeez. She's mad. Well, she hung up indeed, yeah. So that's who called. Okay. Because they hung up as soon as, he basically answered it, so I'm pretty sure that's the person that called in the last one. So that's why we're going to Kyoto then. Okay, Zenkichi. You might want to tell us the real angle here, bud.
I don't know the details, but is everything alright?
She's not really happy. She got the wrong impression. I have no clue. She got the wrong impression. Yep.
Huh. Yeah, sorry about that. Just forget it.
So who was that anyways?
It's his daughter. Yeah. She did say dad. She was visiting Mom's grave, so yeah, that's 100% his daughter. So that's why he was asking Makoto about family things. And honestly, but based on his one question, if they were younger, so his daughter must be really young then, if that's the case. That must suck. I wonder how she's doing then. Well, she seems mad right now, but, it is interesting though.
My daughter.
So she doesn't have her mom anymore, that's kind of sad. And then, well, he's out here, so I wonder who's watching over her.
Could I have one?
Well, he is a Gramps after all.
Huh, damn it. Third time to floor it. Hang on your seats, kids.
Okay, well, here we go. let's get on, I guess, to Kyoto here. Since it seems like we're just gonna be rushing it to Kyoto here. Good thing that at least he's a cop, so he can't get in trouble for any kind of reckless driving he might be doing. Even though you really shouldn't be reckless driving here, bud.
Okay, we're in Kyoto city limits. Is this good? Really have to go. Just parking somewhere to check out the temples or something. I'll be in touch tomorrow.
Wait, tomorrow? Where's there overnights?
Oh, there he goes.
My neck is hot and heck.
He's been in quite the state since the phone call earlier.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like he's doing too hot.
Maybe plans to keep or something.
Yep, he's got to visit that grave based on what it sounded like. And his poor daughter is, well, it seems like she's very mad at him right now. And, well, due to a misunderstanding, of course, which makes sense, since he was supposed to be there for that. And I would understand why she would be mad, so, honestly, she's mad for a good reason. But, I wonder why he never told us anything about her. He's supposed to visit a grave, something about Mom. I don't know. Well, he was supposed to visit a grave, apparently. Yeah, let's go all out with it.
Based on the deduction today, Zenkichi's wife passed away. He still has her grave to pay respects.
Well, it would make sense that she could overhear that one. She does seem to have super hearing, and super smell and everything else, so it seems like she would be able to hear anything.
Zenkichi's son's wife passed away.
That's why his daughter demanded to know where he was.
Zenkichi? He could have just told us what was going on.
Also, wasn't the way she was talking to him, like, really bad, especially for today?
He was enraged by the sound of young female voices. She surmised you're not just out partying right now, aren't you? Wow, talk about getting the wrong idea.
A really wrong idea.
Huh? Oh, that's terrible. We need to go straighten things out with her right now.
Yeah, probably would be a good idea, but we don't even know where he went. We should try to catch up, or is he heading, or maybe we should stay out a bit. Where is he even heading anyways? Because we don't even know where to go for that.
If someone go up the main road, there must be a cemetery around here.
Maybe, yeah, based on them going to a grave, so there must be... Maybe there's not many graves to go to. Maybe we can find it easy.
I found only one cemetery in this vicinity. He will be there.
Oh, well that works. Perfect. Only one grave site, so we know exactly where to go. Perfect. But Kyoto, though. Yusuke really wanted to go here. I wonder what he wanted to see here. So that must be a Kane then. Huh.
Sorry I'm late. Kane.
I'm not here for excuses. Go have fun with your girls. Goodbye.
No. You don't understand. I'm on the job right now.
Do not come here near me again. Got it. People can't even catch Mom's killer.
Jeez. That's a pretty, rough accusation. But that's actually something that happened with Persona 4 too, with Dojima and his wife, and poor Nanako. But Nanako never, blamed Dojima. It was Dojima blaming himself, but this time around it's the daughter blaming the father. Oof. Huh. Well, that's a pretty rough accusation. And honestly, that's kind of a sad accusation out of that. Huh. But, I don't know what's really going on here. We don't know the true, what really went on there. And we didn't even know she was murdered either. So, Well, interesting. I guess we'll find out soon, though, if it's anything really, really important.
Can't even look your daughter in the eye. Of course not. You refuse to face up to anything. The way I see it, you're no father to me.
Well,
Yeah, this isn't looking good.
What do you even do? We really cracked it, Jump. She's really eviscerating him. This whole thing is entirely our fault. We're the ones who should explain everything.
Yeah, we really should. Hopefully she understands.
Hang on a second, please.
This is all a misunderstanding. Please don't take it out on him. We can explain everything. This is all a misunderstanding. Please don't yell at him like this.
Well, you guys, what are you doing here?
Who are you?
We were his ride here. We're co-workers. I'm the guy from the phone. We were his ride here. Yeah, he's been helping us out.
Okay, what do you want? He's totally suspicious of us. I would be too, but... sorry to barge in on this, but please, we have to tell you something first.
Why'd you come here? Told you to wait until tomorrow.
Yeah, but you seem like you were in a pretty bad spot, so we tried to come and help you.
Well, we are the ones responsible for upsetting your daughter.
Akane-chan, right? We're working a case together, so we're all traveling as a group, until he ran off to meet you. Since your father is volunteered to handle the driving, he answered the phone instead.
That's right, your dad's not that bad. Yep, that's right. I don't know about your dad being bad or not, so I can't really answer for that one. But that is the case for this time.
So, when I talked to you, he was driving us all to Kyoto. We're so sorry we upset you. I see.
Oh, well, it seems like she understands it. So at least we cleared that one up.
In that case, please excuse my awful behavior. I'm sorry for jumping the gun and making us seem like that. She seems so well behaved. She's already more richer than Ryuji.
Poor Ryuji, man. He's always the punching bag.
Shut up. I'm for real. You sure don't seem like you'd be his kid.
Probably true there. Zenkichi kinda seems like a loner, honestly. So, he really does kinda not seem like a father figure, just based on everything we've seen. He definitely seems more like a grandpa. But that's because of all the memes from our team to him, but other than that, he hasn't really seemed like a father guy, to be honest. He's kind of been, based on what he said, he's always out of home. He's never like home because of work and stuff like that. And, well, based on what it sounds like, him and his daughter don't have the best relationship if she's yelling at him like, snap like that. So, yeah, I don't think you're doing too good here on the father business here, bud. You sure everything's okay here?
You shut up.
So Akane-chan, you and your dad made a promise about today, right? We are so sorry. He got here late. It's totally our fault too. No, it's fine.
Yeah, I'm sorry too, Akane. Promise I really did remember it was today. It's just, this case is dragging us all over the place.
What's so funny?
Haruka, well,
Yep, she's still mad at him. Uh-oh.
Also, you told me none of this. Couldn't you simply explain all these things before today?
True. He probably should have did that one. Huh. Well, he's being ripped into, like, literally ripped to shreds at the moment. His ego is probably completely gone, because he always acts like he has this big ego when he's around us, but he's literally getting laid into by his own daughter right now.
She's ripping into him in the adult level.
To think she's so cold to a father on such a day.
You'd know how the police can't talk about active cases and stuff, right? That's right. And to force any information about case, the leaks to the public could ruin all of our hard work.
Come on, just cut him some slack.
Ryuji.
Sure, no goddamn right to talk considering all the hell I put my own mom through. Money's taking care of you, right? So, don't go biting his head off over this.
Yeah, if I did that to Sojo, it'd probably take him the better part of a year to recover.
Probably true. if Futaba ripped into Sojiro, it would probably take him forever to actually recover from that one. Just due to the fact that, and based on everything Sojiro and Futaba's been through, it would be a pretty bad I would see it, affected Sojiro quite hard after, everything that he did, and he eventually became pretty much Futaba's father at the end, based on everything and just in general. So, yeah, I think he would probably feel pretty bad, because that would mean their relationship has regressed to a point where they're no longer seen as family anymore when it comes to Futaba, if Futaba starts freaking out on Sojiro like that.
I mean, it's not like... we're not trying to pile on you, though I'm sure you have your own reasons for what you said. But his delay really was because of work. Please, at least don't blame him for that.
Please, Zenkichi did nothing wrong, it's our fault. It's kind of our fault. Yeah, in a way.
I understand.
Thank you, Kane-chan. We especially regret causing trouble on such an important day.
May we pay our respects as well?
Oh, seems like that's a yes. Thanks.
Here.
Guys, thanks.
No problem, Grapes.
Don't sweat it. But don't forget you owe us, one to Zenkichi.
Hey, snip on the lips, cat. I'm not explaining all this to Akane.
Don't worry. Akane can't hear a thing. Come on, let's go pay our respects.
And now you look crazy, like, in front of your daughter, because nobody can hear Morgana outside of anybody that's seen them in the metaverse. So, now you look like a crazy person. We offered our prayers to the deceased. Wonder what her name would be, for the mother. Just so we have, like, a way to, kind of at least say respects in ways of, like, at least addressing her by name. But we don't know any information on that. Maybe we'll find it out, but for right now, we don't have any information on her mother. Other than, she was killed apparently by somebody. Wonder what happens.
So, 2 years. How the time flies.
2 years ago? Was it an accident? Was it an illness? Well, it sounds like she was killed, so it wasn't an accident. Yeah, what happened here, bud?
It was.
Oh, an accident. So kinda like Dojima then. Because, the mother died from an accident as well.
We'll let you go home.
Why don't we go together? I'll order some takeout.
No, thank you. We have nothing to do with you.
Jeez. Wow. That was ice cold.
Hey, Kane?
She's not stopping. They really don't have a good relationship.
Wait, I think things out or what? This isn't just some teen rebel thing.
Yeah, it's definitely more to it.
But she's so polite too. I really wonder what could have happened.
Yeah, what's going on here, Zenkichi?
Hey, sorry about all that. Guys really did save me back there. I've gotta get home, but I'll see you all tomorrow. Be in touch. Yeah?
Of course.
Fine by us, but you sure you're good to just go home like that? Don't worry. She's just at that age now.
I don't think that's age. That's definitely something more than just age. There's definitely real things going on there between you two.
I know you don't get home too often, but is everything okay there? And Kane-chan's eating well and all of that?
Yeah, is she eating good? That would be good to know.
Yeah, my wife's parents are just next door. She just shuts herself up in her room every day, so...
Oh, just like Futaba. Huh.
From what they tell me, she always eats in her room, easy packaged stuff.
Oh, really? It's that bad?
Apparently so.
I'm always away at work, so I really don't know anything about her diet.
She's a growing young lady. I hope she's at least eating well.
I mean, I send her money at least. She's already third year middle school. I'm pretty sure she's set in her ways.
I'm worried about her. We shouldn't leave her alone. I want to help her somehow. I want to help her somehow. Yeah, can we? Let's ask. Let's see if we can ask that.
Yeah, after what we put her through, I want to at least do something nice for her today.
Would be nice.
Her dad taking decent care of us so far. Why don't we treat him and the kids when he's ill?
That sounds like a fun idea.
That's a great idea. I'd like to speak more with her. We can even help cook.
That sounds like a fun thing. Yeah, let's do it. If Zenkichi allows us, that is.
Sounds like we'll need to stay overnight. Let's make sure we pick up plenty of groceries. Alright, everyone. After Akane.
Huh?
Well, we already made up our minds, Gramps. Hope you're ready for us to bunk in your house for the night so we don't have to sleep in a camper. Free air conditioning! Yay! The poor dudes have been sleeping in a tent above the car, so they've been literally sweating it out every night. So, honestly, it's definitely nicer to be in a house more than, being in a camper. I'll definitely take that. But this is more for Akane. I'm just making a joke because of the fact that it's probably better than what we've been sleeping in up to this point, let's be honest.
Well, wait a minute. You can't just invite yourselves over like that, damn it. Hey, you damn kids. Seriously crashing in my place?
Yep.
Am I just talking to myself here?
Yep. You definitely are. Ooh, free bond point, and we got 9 points out of that one instead of 8. I'll definitely take that, because that means we can get I think we have enough for a bigger, bond upgrade, I think. I think so. Let's see here. I think we should have 10 points now because of the 9 points. I think we left 1 left when we did our last upgrade. But, I guess we'll find out, but we'll definitely take it.
Akane-chan, could you please pass the potatoes? Of course.
No need to be so formal with us. We can keep it real.
Really? Okay, thanks.
You got it.
Makoni, would you mind helping me cut the carrots?
Okay, sure.
Looks like she's having fun with the rest of the team.
Well, they seem to be getting along in there.
I guess she's warming up to us, huh? I seriously didn't think that could happen when we first met her.
So it seems like she's only mad at Zenkichi then. But, geez, wonder what really is going on there. Well, it seems like she's blaming him for, the mother, but... Well, she's not blaming her for her death. He's blaming her for not catching the killer to her mother's death. But if it was an accident, that means she either got ran over, she either got into a crash, so it's not really murder, but it's definitely either a hit and run or something like that if it was an accident. Huh. Well, who really knows? I guess we'll find out probably soon. The game wouldn't leave that on a cliffhanger, just going based on past games in general. But definitely interesting, though, to know. What a relief, huh? She's a good kid. It's all thanks to your efforts. Well, she's a good kid. Yeah, she seems like a nice kid. Other than yelling at Zenkichi. But, yeah, she seems like a nice kid.
I can no longer stay at party, but I want to help too. I got it. I'll find an award-winning recipient. Tell your secret, Sophia. The curry's always tastes good when you make it together with someone.
True there. If you know the recipe, you can always make good curry. Because they're more than likely making Sojiro's curry.
Is that so?
Can't believe you all raid in my house like this. Guys have some serious nerves. Although, can't remember the last time this place felt so alive.
Well, looks like we did something good then.
Hey, so, Gramps, you don't gotta answer if you don't wanna, but what happened to Akane's mom?
Yeah, what happened? If you'll tell us, that is.
Vehicular manslaughter. Hit and run.
Okay, so we hit it on the nail then. Because that's the only two that could possibly be if it was an accident. So, hit and run, so that means her car got hit, and she ended up dying, and then they drove off.
So that's what she meant. She said something about the killer too, right? You ever get caught?
Nope. We already heard that one too.
No case was ever pursued. Any suspect is way out of my reach.
Really? Not a single suspect? That's weird. Huh. Because most places have security cameras on the side of their cars. Or not cars, why did I say cars? Of the side of their buildings. And you can see the license plate from a lot of these security cameras, because a lot of them are high-tech security cameras. So, that's surprising. So nobody was pursued? That's really weird. Huh. So that's what she meant by you didn't look into the killer. But it seems like he did. At least try, but it seems like, it just got thrown out, at least, I would think. Because I think he would at least try to, pursue it. Because it is his wife, after all, so I know he didn't probably just give up. So, what do you mean? They're out of your reach. Yeah, what do you mean by they're out of your reach?
It's none of your concern.
That's interesting. So whoever the target that did it, or suspect that did it was, that's interesting. Out of his reach, that's very, very interesting. Sure, but...
Hey Spooks, would you help me put the finishing touches on this?
Come on. Off to work. It'd be better worth the hassle.
It'll definitely be worth the hassle. You'll love this thing, dude. Trust me.
So good. These vegetables in Kyoto make curry so amazing. Let me try.
You'll definitely like it. It's Sojo's curry, but with different, different areas of vegetables and stuff like that, so it's probably pretty good.
This is so delicious. I like to report this back to Sojo.
Probably so. Is he crying?
Yeah, I knew you'd lose him.
I think he's crying because of how good it is. That's interesting. But that makes sense for Yusuke.
Crazy with the nasty tears. I wish I could try it.
Technically you could if we bring it to the metaverse.
How would that even work?
I want them to, but it's still too hot. Don't worry, Morgana. We'll be sure to leave some for you too. The brains of everything thinks of everything. I'm quite jealous of you, Morgana.
You know what, that's now your new nickname, buddy. If I remember to call you it, I'll definitely do it at least a couple times, because we do it with Gramps, let's be honest here. So it would be funny to do it with Morgana, since, honestly, there's proof where it's definitely the original story, because Morgana accepted the fact that he was a cat in Royal near the end of the story. But in the original Persona game, he never accepted the fact that he was a cat. He still felt like he was human. And the game would end before you would even have an epiphany like that, with the fact that, he went through the whole thing with Baruki's palace. He understood that he doesn't want to be a human, he wants to live the true reality that he lives in, and he may not be human, but that doesn't make him not a part of our family. So, definitely, when it comes to that, there's definite proof that it is based on 5, but I still like thinking it's, an extension off of Royal, because technically there is some parts where it also feels like it is still an extension off of Royal. It's like during certain things that they say and stuff like that up till now. They've definitely said some things that are definitely interesting to quote off of. I don't have any off the top of my head, but they have said some things that do kind of mention Royal at the same time, as being part of the story, in a way.
Excuse me? I'm, Morgana. Who are you talking to?
We're talking to the phone.
Just myself. Anyways, how's your curry? Akane-chan, do you like it?
Yeah, do you like it?
Is it good, Akane?
It's delicious.
Oh, well that's good. And it's not prepackaged, so she's actually having a good meal then. Finally some nutrition.
Good, I'm glad.
That's really good actually, just in general.
We better keep our mouths shut. Here's Sophia. Oh man.
Poor Sophia and Morgana. The Kamo eggplant gives the curry an amazing flavor. I'm getting inspired. Ooh, new recipe. Kyoto curry recipe. So now we got a new recipe that Sojiro doesn't have. We'll be taking that, and now we can beat Sojiro at his own game.
Oh, cool. Did this come with the new dash? I can't wait to try it out.
Sure here, bud. Can't wait to try it out myself, because it's free bond points as well for cooking it, so I'll definitely take it. And you never know, it might be a good healing item too, because of the fact that the cooking items are better than most medicines that you can get in this game, to be honest.
Oh man, I could eat this all day. Time for another round.
Today, Futaba, I'm taking another helping first.
Yeah, Yusuke deserves it first. Futaba took 2 helpings before Yusuke could get it, so I think it's fair Yusuke gets a second helping first, because he wanted it last time.
Alright, break it up. There's still more than enough to go around.
No, that's good that we made a lot, because now Yusuke gets more of a helping. His poor dude wanted some more earlier, and Futaba ate it. So the poor dude finally gets his second helping of curry.
Is it really as good? Do you think I can make it by myself?
I'm sure you can. You put in the practice. Yeah, I'm definitely sure you can. As long as you try to, practice makes perfect, obviously.
I agree. You're very quick to learn. You'll be a curry master in no time. Oh, thanks. I'll do my best.
I've got an idea. I'm gonna take a bath later on Kami-chan.
A bath?
That's the best way for us girls to get to know each other better. I can teach you all the supermodel secrets to glowing skin. Okay. I have no words because this is a thing that it's like it's a culture difference. We don't do that kind of stuff in America where we don't take like baths with each other, but there is public showers for dudes, but I don't like doing that at all. It feels weird, to be honest, but it's more of a culture thing, so I don't really understand that kind of, conversation inside the bath with another person, I'll be honest. But based on how they talk about it in these games, it seems like it's pretty, well cemented in their culture, and it seems like, it's just a normal thing. So you just, it helps you get to know somebody better, and, you're just chilling in the bath and feeling relaxed, pretty much. That seems how it is. That's all I can really understand from it, because, it's not something I've ever done, and probably never could do, because it just doesn't, it's not a thing here where I live, so definitely interesting, though. I can definitely say that.
Really? It'd be great. I'd like to learn those too. Mind if I join you?
Oh, come on. How big do you think the bathroom really is here?
That's actually kind of funny. Akane and a few of the ladies went off to share a bath together. Okay, well, I hope you guys have fun.
Oh, you really saved my ass back there. The place may be cramped, but it's all yours for the night.
I'm glad it all worked out. We're having a good time too. No worries. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, you can ask for our help anytime, bud. You need to stop being so, strict, I guess. Because he's not laid back at all. He's just way too stiff. He's just like, he doesn't want to do much and feels like, he's scared to, try harder or something like that in general. Like, he's just kind of like, he doesn't know what to do, pretty much. Which could make sense because, he's not around his daughter enough to know how to actually be a father. Or either something of a different sort, where he just feels like it's just his personality in general. But yeah, he definitely seems like he needs to kind of like lighten up a little bit. He definitely needs that.
Who the hell ever guessed Phantom Thieves are a bunch of softies?
You didn't expect that one? Someone is suffering, it's only right to provide aid when possible. Yeah, when we do that,
what we know we gotta do.
True. Yeah, once we know we need to help somebody, we do it right away.
Help the weak and crush the strong. That's a Phantom Thieves way, and always will be.
And we never forget when someone provides us a meal or roof, ever.
True.
Oh, really? At any rate, I still want to thank you guys properly. It's been a long time since I've seen Kane so happy.
Yeah, it seems like we did a good thing here. Poor Kane's been here all by herself, it seems like, because she doesn't even seem like she has, like, a sister or a brother or anything. So that's interesting, to note. So, well, unlike, Makoto and Sai, when they lost their father, they had each other, but Kane, pretty much, although she does have the mothers, like her grandparents, when it comes to the mother's parents, that's all she seems to really have when, her father's out of town. So, it's honestly pretty bad, honestly, because, we don't know how much the grandparents actually come over, so they could probably be, very far in between visits for all we know. So the poor girl's probably all alone by herself pretty much most of the time, which actually pretty much sucks, honestly. Honestly, feel bad for the girl.
So, Gramps, about what we were saying earlier. Sorry. Whole day's driving finally catching up to me. You were saying something to Sakamoto?
He's dodging it.
It's nothing. Sorry, but I gotta hit the hay. Would you guys mind hanging out with Connie in her room for a bit? She's into some kind of online thing lately. Something to do with, some show about her faves. Clearly I don't know anything about it, but I'm sure she'd be happy to fill you guys on it.
Okay.
Roger that. We got you covered. He does Spooks. We have accepted the mission.
Okay. We'll go and see how Akane's doing in her room. We waited for the ladies to finish their bath and then headed to Akane's room. Okay. Wonder what she's got going on.
What?
Good gold.
Oh. Wow. We got a super fan. So, we finally found what Mishima was talking about. The fandom is real. the super fans are real. Wow. Ooh, cool little plushie, though. I'm surprised they haven't made that into a plush. Like an actual Atlus plush. The little, masked little kind of Arsene-looking thing over there. That's actually pretty cool looking. Huh. Interesting. There's some actual pretty cool looking things that could be turned into merch in here. I'm surprised they haven't done that, because, they made the game after all, so they know they, designed something like that, so it's interesting. That would actually be something I might buy, if they actually had it.
Do you see my room again? Yeah.
She even has a, what do you call it? It's a Morgana version of the MedJed logo. That's really cool. Is this really all Phantom Thieves merch?
I didn't even know they made this much stuff.
These are real famous, I'm just pretty sure some of these were only posted on super obscure websites too. There are even some handmade ones. It's too much, isn't it? I know it's lame.
Oh, it's pretty cool. I like it.
No, that's not it. Akane-chan, you're into the Phantom Thieves, yeah? Well, yeah.
Makoto is giving us all a loaded expression.
How neat. We're all the same then. You mean you're...
Yep, we're super huge Phantom Thief fans.
Right. I love the Phantom Thieves. Go Phantom Thieves. Change your hearts and all that stuff.
Come on. You're trying way too hard there on. Phantom Thieves for life. Go Phantom Thieves. We are the Phantom Thieves. You know what? I might go for this one, actually, to be honest. Just because of the fact that Zenkichi already knows, there's no reason to keep it from her, let's be honest here. We are the Phantom Thieves. Sorry guys, but I'm just gonna drop it on her.
I guess your hairdos actually do remind me of them. I'm into the Phantom Thieves because they seem like the only ones changing this crappy world for the better. They're not just fighting with their lives to save the people in trouble. They inspire people to be stronger too.
Looks like, our ray of light of trying to put hope in people is actually working. Well, there's a proof.
They got up to 8 or 9 members, but all their identities are still a mystery. From the footage gathered online, it all seems so cool you can't help but wonder who they really are.
And let's see if that's right. So 8 or 9, because they go for that. So, based on that, so we have Joker, Futaba, Haru, Makoto, On, Ryuji, Yusuke, and then Akechi. And based on that, yeah, so there's your reference right there, 8 or 9. There was no other person other than Akechi, other than our main team here. So, there's your proof. There's is references to Royal, even though, you know, it's not super out there and, like, pushed in your face. But there's proof right there, because the only other member there would be Kazumi or Sumire. So, that's pretty cool that, you know, there's proof to my thing that I was bringing up earlier. So that's cool that they actually mentioned that. So, that's nice. That actually, at least, it, you know, makes it feel like, you know, so that Kazumi was in our story still. So, definitely cool. Wonder where she would be right now, just in general. Just, because of the fact that it would be kind of interesting to see where she would be. She'd probably be training for, like, you know, one of her shows or whatever. Because she'd probably be pretty far along with her stuff now, to be honest. She's probably even in the Olympics now, for all we know, but it would be cool to know about them. But, yeah, it's pretty cool, though.
From the footage I gathered online, they all seem so cool, I can't help but wonder who they really are.
Well, we're in front of you. Oh, she even has little statues of us, too, from the, one time that we actually showed her, you know, our outfits and everything to take on Shido. Huh, that's pretty cool. She's got one for everyone on the team, for the most part. Oh, no Morgana, though, for, like, you know, from the little statues, but honestly, there's little Morgana things all over the place, so, on top of that, so it's not that much of a problem. But, huh, interesting.
Especially the one who's always in the middle. I think he's the leader. He's so mysterious and dreamy.
Oh. That's so sweet. Maybe we should tell her, or let's move on. Honestly, maybe we should tell her. I really do want to tell her. There's no reason to keep it a secret from her. Because it's Zenkichi, because it's eventually going to drop, right? Just because of the fact that there's no way anybody's going to be able to keep a secret for that long. Even if it doesn't happen in-game, eventually she would figure it out, because somebody would accidentally drop it eventually, if that would be the case. So, let's be honest here, she would eventually figure it out anyways. Because of everything we've seen with confidants in general. Anybody that gets close to us eventually figures it out.
You really do like the Phantom Thieves.
Huh. Yeah, she definitely does.
Yeah, Connie-chan is so awesome. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be like that. It's no problem at all. I'd love to hear more about the Phantom Thieves. You know, maybe I could let you in on the show.
The show? Oh yeah, she was, Zenkichi was saying something about some kind of show. What show?
It's a live stream that's sort of all about the Phantom Thieves.
Oh, how interesting. That's interesting. I didn't know there was a live stream about Phantom Thieves, but interesting. Wonder what it's about.
Yep, sounds like a good show. Okay, just give me a second, one more time.
Oh. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That reminds me of me when I was a little kid. That's why it made me laugh. Cause, I had a thing where, when I was a little kid, I would do, like a show. Well, a lot of it wasn't, like, recorded, but I did do a couple episodes of it with a friend of the channel, which would be Kraken. if you guys ever seen some of my older stuff, if you look at my Minecraft stuff, you'll find them. But it was something me and him did. The videos aren't like available anywhere, but it does remind me of something I did with him, where we would have like, it was kind of like Total Drama Island in a way, but with little plushies. But I was like a little kid when I did this. But it definitely reminds me of that. But instead of it being like Total Drama Island, it's a show about the Phantom Thieves with merchandise. That's actually pretty funny. But it really does remind me of my childhood, though. It's embarrassing, but it's embarrassing in a, like a nostalgic way. That's why it made me kind of laugh there.
It's been some time since we last met, fellow Phantom Thieves. Please enjoy your time together tonight. Phantom Thieves super fans across the world.
She mentioned a stream, but he didn't realize she was a streamer.
But it's like totally different personality.
So this is the online thing she's into.
She's doing the voice for the action figure.
It seems like it.
Is she copying you?
She's good. That's not what I sound like, or well, she's pretty good then. We'll let her keep her dignity.
It's time to express our gratitude for the Phantom Thieves from the bottom of our hearts.
Her channel has over 50,000 subscribers.
Dang! Wow, she's doing better than I am. Self-burn, but still though. Jeez. Well, toy channels are popular, I'll be honest there. Well, the only thing I would do if I ever did a toy channel, I'll be honest, would be Pokemon cards. That's literally it, though. But toy channels are definitely popular, let's be honest here. So it does make sense that she's as far as she is, and due to the fact that it is a Phantom Thief thing, and due to how popular the Phantom Thieves are, it does make sense that, you know, she was able to make a channel as big as this is. So, makes sense. And, you know, she probably has a really good audience when it comes to any of the people that are children that are into the Phantom Thieves as well. So, she's probably doing really well off, honestly. And honestly, the live stream, so that would mean she's on Twitch then? That's the only live stream I would think of. But she would either have to show. Actually, yeah, she's in middle school, so she would be over the age for Twitch. But interesting though.
Oh, that's easy material. I bet she's pulling in a decent income from this.
Well, probably yeah. Not much, but it's probably at least decent. That's impressive. We should do it too. Get in there, Morgana. Maybe we should do it too. Let's go for the funny answer.
So there are other supporters of Phantom Thieves beyond the fans alone.
It's embarrassing to admit, but it feels kinda nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh, my dear freaks. I'm sure you're aware of the Phantom Thieves' celebrated comeback. And as of today, 3 more incidents fitting their MO have surfaced across Japan. This is cause for celebration. Let us welcome the return of the Phantom Thieves with open arms.
Aw, that's actually pretty cool.
She really acts the part.
Maybe she's just in an extra good mood. Her dad did come home today. I have to agree. She reminds me of when my own dad would finally come home.
Really? Streaming this too? What'd you call it? Best of the Phantom channel?
You really want to find out?
Nope, please.
No, sorry.
But that is actually, I believe, the name of their showtime for Ryuji and Makoto, so it's actually kind of funny because it's kind of true.
Well, that's basically what an episode's like.
Huh, it was pretty good, I guess.
That was great. You're an excellent showrunner. Spectators seemed really into it too. Thanks. I've been doing these ever since the Phantom Thieves press content last year.
So she did that in a year? Wow. Well, we only were around for a year, so wow though, 50,000 with with a toy channel that does news is pretty fast, honestly. But good though. Good job. Huh.
Kids these days are so impressive. Really, Gamer? I admit my grades are kind of slipping. I should probably scale back on the live streams for a bit, especially with high school entrance exams coming up and all.
But you're making decent money from it, I would think. So, you think you'd, keep your hobby. I do mine completely free, but I definitely like my hobby, though. It would be nice to have, a little bit of, something coming in, because I am literally just a student outside of everything. So, literally, I got nothing going on when it comes to, any kind of income, other than, school funds that help out every now and then, for just to help out my mom and everything, and just for school in general. So, it would be nice to have some funds, but honestly, I'm just doing this for fun, for honest to everything, since, literally, this is my hobby, and this is what I do for fun. This is pretty much what I do with most of my time, so I'll be honest, outside of school, this is pretty much, most of my gaming goes to this, to doing stuff with you guys, but, I do some gaming outside of this, but it's not as often as I used to back in the day, but it's definitely fun to, hang out with you guys, do some fun things just through gaming alone, and, just have a show with you guys, and just, hang out with you guys for an hour or two, and, or however long you guys watch my videos for, and then, just at least know that you guys are enjoying it. That's honestly the best way I could say it. But, yeah, it's definitely very nice to hear you guys, how you guys think every now and then. Just in general, just having your guys' support in general is what keeps me going, honestly, doing this, and honestly, just having somebody to, that wants to watch my stuff and enjoys my comedy, or even though I'm not always making jokes, or, just enjoys my company in general and just likes to watch the video and everything. So it's always nice to make stuff for you guys. So if you guys ever want me to play something, just let me know. Literally, I'll play anything, for the most part. As long as it's not something strange, something that's not appropriate, of course. I wouldn't play something for instance, I'm gonna go with another example for another channel, because let's bring, Mark up, for instance, Markiplier. He did the whole Honey Pop series. That's something I would never do for a channel. I think it's a really weird game to play on channel. Maybe for other, streaming, channels like Twitch or something, playing a game like that would be kind of funny, but I just feel like that's an awkward thing to record in general. That would not be something I would ever do. That just doesn't seem right. But, in general, when it comes to, games that are just, story-based games, or, I have thought of doing Breath of the Wild, but the thing is I always think that's a streaming game and not an actual recording game. So some games I feel like it would be better to stream them, and I'm not really a streamer, so there's some games I haven't really played yet because of that, me feeling that way. But I have found ways to make streaming games into recordable games for YouTube. So I probably could do pretty much any game for the most part, but yeah, literally, just ask me. I've done recommendations before, like Pocket Mirror, for instance, was one of them. Danganronpa was another that I did for a reference that people wanted me to play. I played it, and honestly, yeah, there's definitely some big games I've done that, that I've been recommended to play, and we ended up playing a series for it. So yeah, if you guys want me to play something, just let me know. I'll definitely do it. But yeah, definitely would be fun though to find some new games, because you guys helped me find some pretty cool games, I'll be honest.
In that case, would you like some help studying?
Well yeah, we can help you.
You mean it? Of course. Would anyone mind?
Sounds good to me. Have fun, Makoto. Sounds good to me. Yeah, we can help out, since our Joker was an A student, so we'll go with it.
Thank you.
No problem. Definitely help you out.
And you could do that with parentheses anytime you deal with factorization.
Okay.
Well, thank you, Makoto-san. You really are a good teacher. I'm glad to hear this is helping. Okay, on to the next one. Good thing we've left this to Makoto. No one would have been any help.
Well, Joker would have been able to help, basing him off of the one that we were playing as.
Yeah, they weren't exactly falling over themselves for help from us anyways.
Thank you so much for doing all this for me. It's the least I can do. We had to make up for intruding last minute and everything. No, not at all. I mean, I'm glad you did. It's been a long time since I hung out with someone.
Oh, so that's why she's ecstatic. So not about her father being home like what Ryuji thought and Makoto thought. It was because she didn't have anybody to hang out with. Huh. What about your friends?
Like broke in Tokyo, so I don't really have any friends here.
Oh, poor kid.
Oh really? I thought your father was in the Kyoto police. From your mom's accent, he transferred here from Tokyo. He said it's because my grandparents live here.
That makes sense, because he's always out of town. So the poor kid doesn't even have any of her old friends. Wow. So he basically dumped her off in Kyoto and, went off and did his, his work as a police officer. Huh. Well, that sucks. And they don't have a good relationship, so we don't know the full extent of the relationship and what's really, going down there, but jeez, that sucks. The poor kid's got literally just her grandparents and that's it.
He seems like a good dad. He probably didn't want you to become ill alone all the time. Yeah, you thought it. He just wants to bully off and get drunk every night. Not that, just that. Mom was murdered, and he won't. I'm sorry. It's alright. You've been through so much, Akane-chan. I've been so depressed ever since Mom died. He wasn't happy when he was stuff I used to. Before I know it, all my friends had ditched me.
Aw, poor kid.
I see. But nowadays I'm doing a lot better thanks to my subscribers. But when I'm not streaming, I get really lonely.
Aw, I actually know the feeling, honestly. Because when I stop recording, I am a little sad that I'm ending my episode with you guys and I'm not able to hang out with you guys for, until my next video I do. But honestly, yeah, I know exactly the feeling because I don't hang out with my friends as often either. So I honestly know exactly how she's feeling about that one. Because I'll be honest, I got maybe like 2 real friends and, a couple online friends, and honestly, I don't get to hang out with them as much as I normally would because of school. So it gets really lonely, honestly. I'll be honest there. So, yeah. It's probably relatable for somebody else here, but I'll be honest, it's just how it is, I guess. Probably eventually, it will probably turn around. But, I just have fun with hanging out with you guys. Although, yeah, it's depressing, but that's a hard subject, honestly, that I don't want to go too much in detail, but it does get lonely, though, I'll be honest, and we'll keep it at that. But honestly, you just keep having fun, you keep living life, and eventually, hopefully, things turn around for the better, and you're not as lonely anymore, right? So that's what I'll leave it up to.
You want to know something? I lost my mother when I was young too. At the point, my father had raised my sister and me all by himself. Not only that, he was a police officer too. He would always be home so late, if at all. It happened so often that I really believed for a while he didn't care about us. But one day, he was struck by a vehicle during the investigation, and he passed away.
So, which pretty much just like her mother, but it sounds like he was actually ran over, though, based on how it sounds, which is terrifying. I wouldn't want to be, that's not the way I want to go down, I'll be honest. That sounds like a horrible way to, pass away.
I had no idea. I had so many regrets. At that point, I especially wished I'd shared more time with my father. He had worked so hard for our family. In the public, I never thanked him at all for it. I just thought over and over, there's so much I wish I could say. I know it's not my place to speak on your father and your relationship, but even still, I wish you could find a way to not blame your father for his work. But he... It's nothing, sorry. If it's okay with you, would you tell me what happened between you and your father? I saw him, then me and Tiggy and Mom over.
Oh. So it was exactly what... Okay, so it wasn't actually a car crash then. Jeez. That's brutal.
What? But they never arrested him. His secretary left behind some suicide note. Apparently it said, I'm the one who ran over that woman.
Huh.
That doesn't. If the police had any eyewitnesses, they never make such a huge error in their investigation. That's what he said at first, eventually he gave up too. Him and the rest of the police, none of them listened to me, and he told them so many times. Why? Because I'm some kid. The guy who killed my mom is still out there.
Oh. Jeez, that sucks.
Akane-chan. He doesn't care about Mom anymore. He doesn't care about me. I know he's still trying to find the next woman so he can get on his own with his life. I know he thinks I'm just in the way. I wish anyone but him was my father.
Jeez.
Stop that. There is absolutely no way that your father doesn't care about you. I know you've suffered a lot, Akane-chan, but I really believe there has to be some sort of explanation for this. Hasegawa-san may seem like he doesn't care, but I have a feeling he does, in his own way.
That's probably true. He seems stiff, but I do think he does care about his daughter. He just doesn't seem like he knows what to say, is all.
Just a bit ago, he went through a lot of effort trying to reunite a lost boy with his mom. He's been there for us as well. That's just... I really mean it. When I see Hasegawa-san, it reminds me of my own father. Are you serious? Even when I couldn't see him, he was always giving it his all. For my sister and I, his family was always on his mind. And that's why I think your father's always working so hard as well, Akane-chan. Really? His face looks so much happier when you're around. It's completely different from when he's out in the world. That should prove just how important you are to him. You're the biggest thing in his world.
Well, true, yeah, he did seem happier when he was home. Interesting. Yeah, that is true.
Pushing him away isn't going to make you feel any better. It's only going to make you hurt more. Instead, you should tell him how you really feel. Tell him everything so you can't regret it later, no matter what you have to say. I know he'll listen to you.
Oh, she's crying.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to help. No, that's not it. That's not it. My mom, she's...
Huh. Jeez.
Please forgive me. I really didn't need to do this to you. Feel free to talk to me with me anytime you want. I'll be there for whenever you need us. Thank you.
Aw. Poor kid. Aw. Wow. That's really sad, honestly. Poor kid's all by herself and all he has are grandparents. And Dan's just out of town all the time, but for a good reason because of the, police work. He can't be home at all. But, jeez, that's rough, honestly.
I need to call you crying. Is he in pain?
Yeah, pretty much. You'll get it one day, shoot quiet, or I'm curious too. You'll get it one day. Yeah, you'll get it, Sophia.
Really? Akane-chan? Thank goodness Makoto was here.
Yeah, thank goodness indeed. Well, Futaba would have been able to talk to her too, because the same thing happened to Futaba's mother. But, yeah, that sucks.
That poor girl. Both Connie and Graham's really torn up inside.
We gotta get to bed. We've got a long journey ahead of us tomorrow.
Yeah, we do. And we've been in this house for quite some time, with no chance of a checkpoint anywhere in sight. So this is actually running a lot longer than I thought it would, to be honest. But it's fine, since we're getting a lot of story here, but we are definitely running a little bit later than I normally want to, because the last episode lasted a little long too. But that was because of the Ferris wheel ending up being a longer event than I thought it would.
Yeah, my heart's all warm and fuzzy now. I'm gonna sleep like a baby.
Huh. Those kids.
Oh, he was listening in on that. I thought he said he was going to bed. Huh. Well, apparently he was listening in on that. Huh. Oh, August 15th. Oh, and there we go. Finally got some saves. Okay. I think this is where we're going to end off today's episode. I think it's for the best, since, I feel like we're probably got some time until we actually make it to where we're heading to in Okinawa. And it seems like we're pretty much done with Kyoto for the time being. Because I think we're going to be leaving Kyoto right away and going into Okinawa based on how things are kind of wrapping up here. So, with that being said, thank you all for watching today's episode. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Keep being spooky. And I'll see you all in the next one. And in the next one, we'll more than likely be making our way to Okinawa. And maybe, just maybe, starting to learn about Medice. And hopefully figuring out if they're really bad guys or not. Since we have no proof on anything about them other than they are the ones that produced Emma. And then Ichinose made the base for Emma. And then they produced the rest of what Emma is. So we don't know if they actually, messed around with the code and made it to the point where it's basically kind of like a meta-nav, or if it's just a thing that Emma just happened to gain the code for the meta-nav or something like that, since it definitely is a very interesting situation with that. But with that being said, thank you all for watching this episode. Have a wonderful rest of your day, keep being spooky, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out. Hey boys and girls, thank you all for watching today's episode. If you liked what you saw today, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And hit the bell notification down below. If you guys have any kind of suggestions for games, please put that in the comments down below as well. Thank you all for watching today's episode, and keep being spooky. Peace out, guys.